Medford, y'all are the shit. Thank you guys for showing up and showing out tonight, man. Yeah. Man, for everybody here in Southern Oregon, we're too nice. We're so nice over here. Everybody's so nice. Because I'm from Southern California. And, over there when somebody says, like, hey, how are you? There's normally one word answer. Good. Fine. Southern Oregon, when people ask, how are you? You guys tell us how you are. I was at Bi-Mart recently. I went to the register. I was like, hey, how's it going? She was like, we don't know if my mom's going to make it this time. I was like, I was here for a simple transaction, but okay.
It's about to go down.
Woo! Medford! Clap, 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 clap your hands. 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 Now grab your titties. All right, some of you did it. Some of you did it. I caught you. Medford, I'm DJ Camouflage. You ready to talk about it? You ready to talk about it? We don't need any more car washes in Medford. Okay? We don't need any more car washes in Medford. Stop building car washes in Medford. There's nowhere to eat after 9:30. Stop building car washes in Medford. We don't need them. Got all these goddamn car washes in Medford. Everybody's car is still dirty. Stop building car washes. Stop building car washes in Medford. It's fucking raining. Stop building car washes. We're out here driving $1,800 Subarus. We're not washing it for $30. You drive in there, he's like, you want a $40 car wash? I'm like, bro, I'm leaking oil over here, okay? Stop building car washes in Medford. Having a dirty truck in this town is like a statement of life, okay? Stop building fucking car washes in Medford. The only time we get our car washes here is when we hit a deer. That's it. That's the only time. That's the only time you get a car wash. The car washers want to be successful. Just put car wash coupon, just attach it to the deer's butt. That way you're on the freeway. Boom! Oh shit! I hit a deer. Let's get out and take a look. Wait, hold up. What's this? Go car wash. We don't need any more car washes in Medford. Stop with that shit. Everybody doing good? Medford, we doing good? We doing good? Because I'm trying to get a gauge. Who do I got tonight? Is this the Fred Meyer crowd or is this the Walmart crowd? Walmart crowd? I can see you guys. This is the Walmart crowd. I cater it to my audience. That's what I'm asking. Walmart sucks. Should be the Fred Meyer crowd. Fred Meyer crowd sat up front. I was at Walmart today in Grants Pass. And typically Walmart, they have like a McDonald's or a Burger King in there. The Walmart in Grants Pass has a Muchas Gracias inside of it. I was like, there's a much. I shopped, and on my way out, I'm like, there's a Muchas Gracias in this Walmart? I was like, I'm going to try this. And I walked up to order, and the guy goes, hey, man, before you ever, I just want to let you know we're out of tortillas. I was like, bro, it's Walmart. Go get it. I was like, go grab it real quick. I'll be right here. I was like, I'm pretty sure I saw it on aisle 6. If you want, I'll go grab it for you so you can make my food. How does this work? That doesn't. Is this my food for less crowd or is this my Winco crowd? Which crowd is this tonight? I'm getting engaged. What is it, Winco? Winco's dirty, bro. Winco's dirty. Winco's like a Home Depot converted to a grocery store and didn't tell anybody. Winco's dirty. I was at Winco recently and I was in the magazine aisle and there was flies. I was like, what the hell? In the magazine aisle? There isn't even food over here. This will tell me what I need to know. Are we a Dollar Tree or a Dollar General crowd? Yeah. Dollar Tree. Who said Family Dollar? Get the fuck out of here with that. Security. Listen. This will tell me what I need to know as well, okay? Are we a Sherm's Thunder Market or a Ray's Food Place type of crowd? What do we got going on? Sherm's? Big Sherm's? Oh, shit. All right. Okay. Ray's Food Place. I thought we were at Ray's Food Place. Like, what kind of, like, extra chromosome of a name is that? Ray's Food Place. Okay, so like a grocery store? Or... No, it's Ray's Food Place. Okay, so it's like a supermarket, right? Supermarket? No, it's a food place. Okay, it's good luck, Ray. I don't know what's going on. It's your fucking idea. Medford, y'all are the shit. Thank you guys for showing up and showing out tonight, man. Yeah. Man, for everybody here in Southern Oregon, we're too nice. We're so nice over here. Everybody's so nice. Because I'm from Southern California. And, you know, over there when somebody says, like, hey, how are you? There's normally one word answer. Good. Fine. Southern Oregon, when people ask, how are you? You guys tell us how you are. I was at Bi-Mart recently. I went to the register. I was like, hey, how's it going? She was like, we don't know if my mom's going to make it this time. I was like, I was here for a simple transaction, but okay. This is so nice. You guys pumped the gas. You guys pumped the gas here. I understand why they're moving away from the pumping the gas, though. They're moving away from it. Because I got my gas pumped recently, and the guy pumps my gas, and he does this. He pumps it, and he goes, does 9.8 gallons sound about right? I'm like, bro, what am I, a mechanic? I don't know. I barely know what kind of car this is. Can we go? I'm drunk. Can I leave? Is this done? What is this? Hell yeah. We drinking tonight, Medford? We drinking? Good. Get it in you. Get it in you. There is a moment you guys aren't so nice, though. Oregonians, you guys are tough about who's allowed to call themselves an Oregonian. You guys don't let anybody do that shit, dude. You guys are tough about that. I heard this guy recently, bro. He's like, I'm 57 years old. I'm an Oregonian. I've lived in Oregon for 50 years. I'm an Oregonian. And someone was like, yeah, but where were you born? And he was like, Boise, Idaho. And they're like, get the fuck out of here. I'm like, really? The 50 years doesn't count? I'm from Southern California. You guys hate me. You guys absolutely hate me. I moved here. Everybody hates me, man. So I moved up from Southern California, and they say this shit that isn't true. Like, you Southern Californians, you moved up here. You yell at people for no goddamn reason. And they're like, you moved up here from California because you're rich and you buy up everything because you Californians are rich and you moved up here to Medford. I'm like, bro, you think I'm rich so I moved to Medford? So I took all my California money and I was like, okay, not New York, not Miami, not Chicago. Medford, Oregon, there we go. I came to Medford because I'm broke just like you guys, bro. I had to come here. To you guys, Medford. Thank you for being here tonight. Oh, yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. That's awesome. I do. Living in this part, I absolutely love it. It has introduced me to my favorite version of white people. Because I tried to buy a house in Grants Pass, but they denied me because I didn't have 7 junk cars to put on my front lawn. That's a requirement. We can't. And then I met my favorite type of white person, the redneck. Redneck, you guys are the greatest white people. Not white trash. If you're white trash, fuck you. I don't like you. I'm talking about rednecks. Because there's a difference, okay? Like, white trash will drive your car into a ditch, but rednecks will pull up and pull you up out of that fucking ditch. You know what I mean? Redneck will be like, you down there? Yeah, my brother went down there last week. I'll get you out. It's all good. White trash will get DUIs. Rednecks will make sure nobody gets a DUI. You know what I mean, bro? You guys ever been to Willie's in Eagle Point on a Tuesday? Way too many of you. Okay. Willie's at Eagle Point on Tuesday. Everybody gets too fucked up. Somehow everybody got home, though. Redneck Randy drove everybody home. Because rednecks are the best designated drunk drivers. You wake up the next morning, your wife's like, how'd you get home? It's like, Randy got everybody home. It's like, oh, he didn't drink? Like, no, he drank. But he got everybody home. Because rednecks will go to Purple Parrot. Rednecks will go to Purple Parrot. But white trash will eat the food at Purple Parrot, okay? That fucking combo meal, you know what I'm talking about. Nasty motherfuckers. I bet you that's one of the bets at Purple Parrot. Is like, you think someone's gonna order the combo meal today? You wanna put 20 on it? I'll put 20 on it. You wanna put 20 on it? Hell yeah. I'm very pro-American too. Is this like a pro-American crowd up here? Pro-American crowd? I'm so pro-American that I'm fat. That's how pro-American I am. My family, you know, we came here, we assimilated this society, we order from fast food windows, and we're all fat. We're very American, very pro-American. You may call it pre-diabetic. I call it post-patriotic, okay? I was watching the Olympics this year. Did you guys watch the Olympics? Good. Fuck yeah, support your country, man. That's the shit. Olympics was a trip, man, because like the last Olympics, they were like getting rid of people for testing positive for weed. And then at this Olympics, they had Snoop Dogg at every event. Just like... What a fucking trip, man. I watched the Paralympics. You guys ever watch Paralympics? You guys ever watch? It doesn't get as much watching like as the regular like actual Olympics does. What is it?
Blind soccer.
Blind soccer? Did you watch that?
Yeah.
Oh, holy shit, dude. Blind soccer. So at Paralympics. Here's the thing. What I saw, okay, this is Paralympics. Not as many people watch it. It's not as watched. But I was watching Paralympics, and I saw a guy with no arms shoot a bow and arrow with his feet. And I was like, I'm sorry, but isn't that better than the other Olympics? I didn't see anybody at the other Olympics shoot a bow and arrow with their feet. Did you guys? Why doesn't anybody watch this fucking thing? Blind soccer. You know what I mean?
Look it up.
Blind soccer. Look it up because they can't. You know what I mean? You don't test me. Professional. Hell yeah. No, that was a trip, man. That was a trip. No, but okay, I thought it was called Paralympics, right? Because they're paralyzed. That's not why it's called that. It's called the Paralympics because it runs parallel to the Olympics. Did you guys know that? Or are you also a piece of shit? Yeah. I said it to my friend. I'm like, Paralympics? She's like, yeah, it's because they're all paraplegics. I'm like, no, that's not what it is. That's not what it is at all. Yeah, some of us found out we're pieces of shit. I know. We're going to do that tonight, Medford. We're going to do that. One thing that was a trip in the Olympics, I don't know if you guys remember this, everybody was complaining because they're like, oh, like women's sports is being infiltrated by men. Like women, like some of the men are taking over women because they were like, had like transgender, like the men were coming into women's sports. And I figured out a way that women can reclaim women's sports, okay? We need more Samoan women in women's sports. We need more Samoan women in women's sports, okay? Have you guys ever seen Samoan women? They're made out of the same parts as Samoan men, okay? I'm gonna get my ass kicked in the parking lot, but that's okay. I'm solving the problems right now. Because I understand Michael, who just transitioned into Michelle, will be able to breed up Brittany, who's 125 pounds from Lansing, Michigan. But he's not gonna be able to take on Lydia from Oahu. There's a reason they say she's from the Big Island. I just got married recently. Thank you. There that is. I got married in April. Super recently. But yeah, I just got married in April. So now we're Mr. and Mrs. DJ Camouflage. I married a white girl, though, so now we look like an episode of 90 Day Fiancé. Yeah. Yeah, man. But it's cool, because, like, my wife is thick, but I'm also thick, so now we just split the baby powder bill. I started doing married guy stuff. Now that I got married, I started doing married. Like I mow my lawn now. I mow my lawn, you know. But I swear to God, guys, when I'm out there mowing my lawn, I swear to God, every time I mow my lawn, my neighbor will come out and mow his lawn. What the fuck is this? Like, dude, it's like every time I start mowing, he's like, oh, hell no. You know what I mean? Like I'll pull it out. He's like, what did you got over there? 288? I got a 356 over here. Fuck this guy, you know? I'm just out trying to mow my lawn. And my fence is just high enough that all I can see is the top of his head, so I can never, like, make eye contact with him. He's like, hey, dude, you know, like, married guy stuff, man. Fellas. I love saying my wife. That's one thing I love about being married. I love saying my wife. You know, no more girlfriend, no more fiance. My wife. My wife. But for some reason, I happen to always say it in like an angry, like violent type of way. You know, like my wife. I was pulling up to the house the other day, and my wife was leaving, and then I saw her as she was leaving, so we stopped in the middle of the street to talk. And our neighbor, like this guy didn't know, he came behind us and he stopped and he's like, beep beep, move. And I was like, I'm talking to my fucking wife. And he's like, oh, like he was married too. So he was like, oh, okay. It's like, you guys finish. I'll be right here. Finish what you guys were talking about, and then I'll go. I'm still trying to figure it out, though. Like the other day, my wife got mad. We were just talking. My wife got mad. She stormed out of the room. I was like, what the hell just happened? She came in a little bit later. She goes, honey, I'm so sorry I got moody on you. I think it's getting close to my period. I was like, hey, I appreciate you explaining. No, you good. Don't worry. It's all good. But then like a few months later, she got moody again and stormed out of the room. And I was like, honey, is it getting close to your period? And she's like, how fucking dare you? You said it. I can't say it. She's like, no. She stormed out of the room. I love it, man. And now that we're married, everyone's like, are you guys having kids? You guys gonna have kids? We want to, bro, but you guys with kids aren't making it look very fun. Okay? Like, bad representation, dude. I don't know, man. I live here in Medford now. Like, my neighborhood, we got a lot of rich white people, so they have those signs up, drive like your kids live here. Drive like your kids live here. Bro, teach your kids to move. We played in the street when I was a kid, and then somebody would go, car! And we would shift a third down off of the street. Cars were going 100 miles an hour. There was no speed limit. And then we shifted back onto the street. Drive like your kids live here. Make your stupid ass kids my problem, bro. Get the fuck out of here with that. Sometimes you see these signs that are like, it bothers me. You just see signs that are like unnecessary. Just like postings that are unnecessary. Like if you guys get a paycheck, it'll say like $350 on there, and then underneath it'll say non-negotiable. Like, at what point in this country could you go to the bank and be like, all right, look, man. It says $350 on here, right? How about we round it up to 400? What do you think? You want to get the manager out here? We can have a negotiation. We can figure this out. You guys ever see signs and you're like, what the fuck happened that they had to put up that sign? You ever see that? I was at the zoo recently. They had a sign up that said, please do not offer alcohol to the animals. I was like, what happened? And the thing is about it is like, it didn't even say like, don't give alcohol to the animals. It said like, don't even offer it to them. Like, there's a chimpanzee around here with a drinking problem. If you even offer it to him, he's fucking done for. Fucking A, man. We still doing good, man? We still doing good? You guys still with me? Who here thinks they lived in Medford the longest? Anybody? You guys? You're like 21 years old. How the fuck? Next. Who here thinks they lived in Medford the longest? 44 years? 44 years? So like before the fentanyl, before the cocaine, before the weed. Farms. Wow, dude. That's pretty good. I love farms. I'm a very like environmentally friendly, like I love all that stuff. I just think this war against straws is not the way to go. I think that's not how we save. That's not how we save the world, bro. I don't see it. And do you guys know why like straws became banned? Did you guys ever see it? There was one fucking video. There was one video of a sea turtle with a straw in his nose. It might have been AI. I don't even fucking know. Start there, okay? The sea turtle with a straw in his nose. They banned straws forever because of that. That was the end of it. No straws allowed ever again. All these kids die in these school shootings. They don't ban any guns. But one straw up a sea turtle's nose. No more fucking straws. I think the key to getting shit banned is you just gotta shove it up a sea turtle's nose. So you just gotta shove it up a sea turtle's nose. That's all it is. You want to ban guns? You shove an AR-15 up a sea turtle's nose. To get it out of here. Just shove P. Diddy up a sea turtle's nose. Did Diddy do it? No, did Diddy do it? Not what would Jesus do, but did Diddy do it? I'm selling wristbands. Whoever's building all these goddamn car washes in Medford, shove them up a sea turtle's nose. Get them banned. Get them the fuck out of here. Because I'm pretty liberal, like, most of the time, until they give me that rolled up paper towel of a straw. And then I'm like, you know what? You know what I mean? Like, fucking just, you start sipping from it and it just, like, curls in half. Ugh. I just don't understand why there's no middle ground with that, dude. There's no middle ground with straws. It's like they either last 6 seconds or 6 billion years. That's the only... You can't figure out a middle point for that? Yeah, I don't think that's the way to go. I don't think that's the way to do that. Everybody still doing well up in here, man? Good, man. People have a tough time figuring me out, man. They really do. They have a tough time figuring me out. Especially, like, politically, man. They have a tough time figuring me out. Because, like, they hear that, they always hear, like, they hear that I'm pro-American. And they're like, well, he must be Republican. But then they find out I'm an immigrant, and they're like, he's probably a Democrat. But then they find out I like guns, and they're like, well, he's Republican. But then they find out I smoke weed, and he's like, he's a Democrat. And then they find out I'm a DJ, and they're like, is he gay? What's happening? I'm not left or right, man. I'm anti-splitting people up. I just want people to come together and just be one. Which is what we did tonight. You know what I mean? This is what we did tonight. Yeah, people have a hard time with that. Because, look, I know, like, some people are like, you Republican, Democrat, but I can just tell you, I'm not Republican Party, I'm not Democratic Party, I'm after party. You know what I mean? And again, people have a hard time figuring me out. I know you guys been looking at me all night. No, I'm not Mexican, okay? I'm not. I'm actually Persian. Medford, do we know what that is? Do we? Because they have a hard time with it. Because, like, Southern Oregon, you guys see brown people, you just go Mexican. Like, there's Mexican right there. I heard when I said immigrant earlier, you guys kind of went back. I'm also a refugee. Ugh. White people, I know when I say refugee, it scares all the white people. Okay, look, he's leaving. He's out of here, okay? It's like, it was a good show until he said he's a refugee, then I'm out. I didn't pay for this shit. My one buddy lives here. He's like, I'm half Venezuelan, half Colombian. Medford's like, that's Mexican. I don't know. And then the World Cup starts, and Oregon's like, how many Mexicos are there? What is this? I'm Persian. I'm a refugee. I came here from Iran. That's what Persian means. When I was, oh, shit, okay. When I was about 5 years old, I came here to the greatest country in the fucking world that allows me to do what I'm doing right here. And I love it to death. It's still okay to love America, y'all. It's still okay to love America. I love it to death. Honestly, man, look, where I was born, man, this shit isn't allowed. Us drinking, you know, men and women together, me up here expressing myself and saying my opinions, not allowed where I'm from. So anybody to ever say, like, you're not allowed to say that, that's the most un-American fucking thing you could ever fucking say to anybody. And I'm sorry, this just turned into a TED Talk. We're doing a comedy show. Okay, refugees. So white people, think about it like this. White people, you know you guys love dogs, right? Okay, look, I'm not a refugee. I'm a rescue. That's what this is right here. That's what this is. I hated it. Like, that's the stereotype for us Americans, too, man, because they always say, like, you guys are fat. You guys are fat. Like, every other country says, like, Americans, you guys are fat. I'm like, bro, I just watched the Olympics. We won, like, all the medals. We won, like, every gold medal. We won everything. So I want to ask these other countries. I want to be like, hey, bro, are we fat? Or are you guys just fucking jealous, huh? Because that does sound like some jealous mean girl shit to say, right? Like, hey, Vanessa, did you hear that Michelle won all the medals? Like, yeah, but that bitch is fat, so who cares? It's like, you're not going to do us like that. You're not going to do us like that at all. I'm very pro-American, man. I'm very pro-American. That's why it bothered me. When Trump was president, it bothered me they came out with that physical about him. You remember that? And they said he was like 6'2" and 225 pounds. And they got mad. They're like, you lied about his physical. You lied about his physical. I'm like, bro, look, I don't care if you're red or blue, Republican or Democrat. I want them to always lie about our president's physical capabilities. Okay? It doesn't help our enemies to know our president's one Big Mac away from a heart attack, bro. That doesn't help anything. I want them to talk about our president the way North Korea talks about their president. I want them to be like, he can shoot lasers out of his eyes, and he can smush mountains with his fist, and he can launch nukes with his dick, and each one of his balls is 8 ball of coke. Don't fuck with the USA. Like, even with Sleepy Joe, I was like, yeah, he's sleepy because he's been up all night trying to figure out how to fuck you guys up. That's just how I roll, man. That's just how I roll. And like I said, man, I grew up in like an immigrant refugee household. Like, some of you guys here, look, it's not better or worse. It's just different. It's super different, man. Like, when I was in my teens, I tried to talk to my parents about mental health. Okay, like refugee immigrant parents, you try to talk to them about mental health. Because refugee immigrant parents, they'll not only tell you the mental health problems you have, they'll also tell you the problems you don't have. Like, I went to my dad in my teens, I was like, hey, Dad, I think I have anxiety. He was like, okay, when Saddam was dropping the bomb, I had anxiety. But you, I brought you here. You don't have anxiety. I was like, okay. Like, my pops is like super bad with like pop culture stuff, Like, I asked my dad the other day, I'm like, hey, Dad, do you have a TikTok? He's like, my watch is the right here. It's the right here. My mom's bad with the pop culture stuff too. Like, my mom called me the other day. I like looked at my phone. I saw my mom was calling, and then it hung up. Like, it rang once and hung up. So I was like, what the hell? So I called her back. I'm like, hey, Mom, you just called me, and it hung up. She goes, oh, yes, I booty called you. Mom, it's butt dial. You butt dialed me. You butt dial. Don't say booty call. You butt dialed me. Don't tell your friends you booty called your son. Don't do that. I'm Persian, but sometimes I wish I was black so I could date Persian girls. Okay, those of you that watch the Kardashians got that joke? And the rest of you are looking at me like, so he's not Mexican? What's going on? And I just want to point out, guys, a lot of people are like, hey, man, like, do they have transgenderism in the Middle East? Like that, hey, DJ Camouflage, you're from the Middle East, man. Do they have transgenderism out there? I'm like, no, man, they don't. And they're like, oh, is that because they hate gay people in the Middle East? I'm like, no, they don't have transgenderism in the Middle East because then all the women would identify as men so they could have rights for the first time. What, you gonna tell them? Go tell them. Fuck you guys. I'm DJ Camouflage. I appreciate it. Medford, I love you.
It's about to go down.
He said, what? He better than me? Is it just because you're sagging in your raggedy jeans? Or maybe because you're bagging on the whacker MCs on all the tracks that you be having but you haven't released? No measurement to the amount of shit I'm better than. On the battlefield holding rank as a veteran. I know it hurts when I'm flowing on the verse, cause you know when at my worst I'm better than you have ever been. No precedent when your style ain't intelligent. Rhyme the trendiest just to keep yourself relevant. Buying your soldiers, never a real fellowship. Wouldn't be grabbing your own CD from the shelf cause it's disastrous and full of nothing but whack.